And just so you guys know, for those of you who don't know me, I read very intuitively. So no, I don't always follow exactly what tarot teaches. I'm more of an intuitive reader. Okay, and this reading is very general. It will apply to some. It won't apply to everybody, and it's okay. Just keep in mind that this is very general. So please, you guys, do not send me emails stating that I'm getting your reading wrong. Okay, because I don't, this is not a personal reading. Generally speaking, okay, it's like you are embarking on something. You're making plans, you're setting out to venture and do something. You're waiting for your ship to come in with something. You're waiting for something to be delivered, something to meet you halfway, because you're stepping out there already. Or maybe you began this process probably, up till now of, getting ready. Now you're out there, okay? But you're waiting on like a result. This is what I'm getting. It's like you're waiting on a result to come in to some things that you've done, some things that you've implemented, some plans that you've made, some sites that you set on whatever it is you want to accomplish. And this is actually your energy, Leo. Fire sign energy. So you're ready. You're ready for something, and you're just like waiting, like, okay, I made it this far. I'm right here. Come on with it. Come on. Come, hurry up. This is what it feels like. Kind of low key, but still kind of exciting. Like, it's like a positive, exciting energy, but I don't want everybody to know. I'm just trying to play this thing off and wait till this to come to fruition. I'm just holding on till it comes in. Honest to goodness, this is what it feels like. And right here in the middle, you have the Four of Pentacles. And that's the feeling of playing something close to your chest again. It's like you're playing poker or spades. For those of you who know what spades is, the game of spades. God, I love spades. I love that game. You're playing your cards close to your chest. You don't want everybody to see what you got going on. Maybe whatever this is coming in the month of February, and you went out there to get it. You retrieved it. You're picking it up, and you got to hold on to something. Everybody's not supposed to know what you got, what you have, what you've accomplished, or what you're doing. And this is earth sign energy. This is about something that brings tangible value into your life, stability. It can be money. It can be some money that's coming in. It can be a new job that's coming in, and it can be something entrepreneurial, or something rewards for something creative that you've done, because this is like creative energy too. Entrepreneurial energy, creative energy. That's what this feels like. And maybe you're getting payment from it. You're getting payment. Maybe you want to hold something close to your chest to save what you've got. This may be you saving here, or just playing it, just playing it off cool. Nobody has to know, what you're doing. And here you have the Page of Wands right here at the end. And then the Page of Wands, this is your energy again. This may be a message coming in regarding whatever the situation is, or you picking up something, getting feedback, getting the rewards, getting payment for it, getting results from something. And then maybe you're holding this, you're planning it, you're conserving something, you're saving something, and then you take it back out. Whatever this is, whatever you're doing over here, you take one of these wands and go back out there into the world with it. This feels like some sort of, for somebody, this is like a cycle process of something that you need to do. Reinvest time and energy, like physical energy, something physical maybe you're doing, This can mean time. Reinvest your time, reinvest your efforts, reinvest your hard work. This feels like a cycle. This feels like a cycle that somebody's doing, because your back is turned here. You have 3 wands. You're holding 1 wand and you're not touching the other one. Now and it's like maybe you picked up whatever it is you're supposed to get here. Okay, at this dock that's coming in, and it feels like recycling, holding, conserving, and then you're going right back out there with this 1 wand and starting this process all over again. Maybe somebody has some sort of business, or somebody may be in school, maybe learning something in school, and you have to, somebody could be submitting projects or work, or class projects or something like that, getting feedback, learning from it, holding on to it, absorbing what you've learned or what you've gotten out of that situation, and then maybe doing it again or starting it over. Maybe you have to start over with something in February. Okay, let me go back to the drawing board, or let me take this from this idea. Let me take something from this idea and redo it, or start anew with it. Let me reinvest. I put it out there. I got some revenue back. It's not as much as I wanted, and this is what it feels like. Somebody saying, okay, it's not as much as I wanted. However, it's something. Now let me take a small portion of this and go back out there with it. Could be marketing, business, maybe even diet, working out, where you got to do it over again. But nevertheless, this feels good though. It feels it feels productive, and it feels like you're focused. It feels like you know what you're doing, and you're open to learn and absorb some of it and be a little conservative. You don't want to be all over the place. This feels good. Okay, over here in the love portion, want to try and conserve some time here. Over here in the love section, love and romance, Ace of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Some of you are in a relationship, and the relationship, there's going to be a brand new start, and it can be a brand new relationship that you're in, and it's going to the next level towards further commitment, because Ace of Pentacles is something of value, something more promising, something stable. It's more promising than like an Ace of Cups, and all the aces are brand new beginnings, brand new starts, gifts from God, even for those of you who believe, and you're happy and you're excited. You feel liberated. You feel free. You feel free to express yourself. This can be you, or this can be the other person. Maybe you're making an offer. Maybe you're putting yourself out there in front of somebody, and you're waiting on a response. You're kind of holding back to see whether that response is going to come in, and they say, okay, I accept, and now you're at the 4 of Wands. This can be happening for somebody. This may even be the other person doing this. You could be doing this to somebody, or they could be doing this to you, Leo. Some of you are single. Some of you are single, and perhaps you have an admirer that wants to present something. Maybe an admirer is watching, or you kind of, they kind of see you and they're holding back. Gosh, I really like Leo. Leo is, Leo's adventurous. Leo's adventurous, and that's a little, I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know if Leo would like me like that. If I don't know how Leo feels, let me just kind of hold back and be, reserved until I see them make a move and see what their response is regarding me. And then maybe Leo, they have their back turned because they're not paying you attention, but then turn around and say, hey, I see you. How are you? Yeah, okay, sure, we can go out. I like that. And then that person that feels this way could open up and present one of the pentacles to you, and then that person gets to see your excitement and your readiness to take things to another level. Now, that might not be like a brand new kind of relationship if this is regarding late relationship, if these are connected, because this part is general. That would be more so somebody who's like on the fence and you don't know exactly where they're coming from and they don't know exactly where you're coming from. But it's kind of like dating, seeing somebody, and you're not quite sure. So February is the month of, a lot of love and romance with Valentine's Day for those who celebrate. But, I feel like this is a really good energy. You could be dealing with someone who's an earth sign or just someone who's really grounded and stable, and they know what they want. They're kind of serious about life and they see themselves building something with you. For those of you who are single and wanting to take things to the next level, or, when I say single as in not totally committed or married. Single could also be someone who's dating and they, just dating or have a friend or something. It doesn't necessarily mean totally by yourself. Then some of you could be totally by yourself and this person presents something that you've been wanting and you feel good about it. Okay, I like it. For some of you, there's going to be some sort of celebration, maybe a wedding or reception that you may be going to or something like that. You may get like an invitation offer to something, to do this. Okay. Over here in the career and finances, 7 of chalices and 9 of wands. This feels like you have a lot on your plate, Leo. You have a lot on your plate, and there's like so many options, so many different ways in which you can take your career or your business, or there's so many projects that you're working on within your business or within your career, or so many windows of opportunity for whatever this is that you are involved in. Somebody may be looking for a job and you have your resume all over the place and you're getting different offers from different people and you don't know, from different companies, and you don't know which to select. You don't know what to do. But then the 9 of wands here, and that's with the 7 of chalices. With the 9 of wands here, 9 of wands is traditionally about someone being battle weary, someone who's going through quite a lot and they're battling. But this feels more like, for somebody, this feels like an internal battle. This feels like something that you sit at night and ponder over because you feel worn down, maybe worn down from working so hard, worn down from thinking about what to do, worn down because you feel like your hands are tied in something, your hands are tied in some way. You kind of feel like it's you against the world. It sort of feels like for somebody that you're just doing all of this work by yourself. It kind of feels like this doesn't feel totally like the 10 of wands, where something is a burden and you're overworked from a burden, but it more so feels like some sort of internal battle that you're faced with. And you may not be working hard. I mean, it is a 9, so there is hard work here, but it just feels like an internal battle. Maybe some confusion. You don't know which route to take. You may just be burning the midnight hour on projects, like I was saying. Somebody feels like somebody's in the fashion industry, does something with fashion or something with presentations to make things look good, make things appear, aesthetically, appear well aesthetically. For some of you, this is like a person is doing marketing, and they're like, I don't know, brainstorming or laying out like display or something like that, re-strategizing a display of some kind, re-strategizing efforts, because battle is also about strategy. A strategy to win a war, a strategy to, to finally beat something, to finally win, to finally get it. Because the objective is not to lose, no matter how tough the fight is. not to give up and not to give in. It can be hard work, it can be burdensome, but this is like determination. And it's like there's a willingness to do this all day and all night if you have to, because it's not worth giving up on. This is what this feels like, whatever this means to you, Leo. No matter which angle this is, your energy's here. It's here in the front, is here. You got Page of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, Nine of Wands. Your energy's just spread out everywhere. So you got something going on just everywhere. And that could be kind of wearing you down too. You have something going on in every component of your life. You're putting energy into something, not just work, putting a lot of energy in your love life, putting a lot of energy into your life in general. Okay, I like it. All right. Let's clarify a few cards here. I want to look at the Nine of Wands. That's what I want to do. Let's see what this potential battle is. This thing is that you have to work so hard on to get this. Okay. And I'm using my friend's real life oracle deck here. For those of you who are interested and have seen me use this before, if you like these cards, you can contact me, drop me an email. You can find my email right below this video. It is tarotbysummer@gmail.com, and I can show you how to get a hold of the cards yourself. Okay, you'll be able to get a discount if you like the cards up until the end of February. Spirit, why is the Nine of Wands here? Why is the Nine of Wands here? There's like a quietness here, kind of keeping things low key. It feels that way here too. You're working on something just by yourself, working to figure it out, working to bring this into fruition, strategizing, needing to strategize this month. Courthouse. One more. Courthouse. Someone may be strategizing. Maybe someone works in the legal profession. And then there's like domestic abuse. Courthouse, domestic abuse, home. Someone may be literally going through a battle within their relationship, and it is affecting your career and finances. So you're trying to work this out. You're trying to deal with it. For somebody, this literally is a battle, and it might be like a court, like a court proceeding that's happening due to some sort of domestic violence at home. You got court, domestic violence, home. And the Nine of Wands here, this is a battle. And some of you may be working hard to do something silently. Maybe this, for some of you, for a few of you, this might be what you're going through. Why there's like you needing to do something or accomplish something very quietly on a hush level. You could be working on getting out of the situation, working on leaving it, and working on your options here, maybe your financial options, career options. Somebody, this might not be related to domestic violence, but you fighting to maybe keep a home. You may be going through the court system in some way to keep property, like a court battle, courthouse, maybe battling to keep your property. Someone may be working hard and battling to pass some sort of test for real estate or something pertaining to property assets. Maybe you're working on becoming some sort of real estate broker, and it's an uphill battle, it's a fight, it's a struggle, and you have to get your licensing and so forth. For some of you, you may be working again in the legal field, where you work to try and help people in domestic cases, work with families, work with you may be an attorney or a paralegal or something, dealing with domestic cases. And you're strategizing, you're trying to figure out how to Somebody may be trying to figure out how to win this case, what the alternatives and options are. Okay, okay, interesting. That's going to be for maybe one or two people. You got some kind of case coming up. All right, you're trying to help your client, your defendant. Okay. All right. Interesting. You could be working the other side of the case. What would be the other side of the case? What's the other side of defendant? Accuser? Is it the accuser and defendant or something like that? This is interesting.